Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, I think we need to talk about whether or not I shred the narcissist too much. And the reason is, I have a viewer, and I appreciate this viewer, Terry, and they have been a viewer for a long time. But comments under 537 and 538 video, which you can find yourself, Terry commented this long, and I commented back even longer. Very healthy exchange. But Terry's disturbed that I am like maybe attacking them more than helping. Like usually I help, and then, they were constructive comments, and I welcomed them. But it made me realize that I want to address it in person like this, because I want to explain my mindset when I'm making these videos, okay? As I think about topics or write something out, I may have a certain person enter my mind. Certainly with Dear Narcissist letters, I'm going to be pretty mad because I probably have somebody in mind that did something to me, or somebody I know, or evidently in front. You know what I mean? It's and there is anger. I'm not trying to shred the narcissist, because I guess 537 and 538 videos, maybe I came across a little, but I get into a space and then I write things out. So that's why, there'll be groups of videos that are maybe kind of coming off of each other because I get into a space. And sometimes it is anger. Oh yeah, absolutely it is. And Terry mentions how, a lot about how they can't help it, they, who they are and all of this. And I mentioned in my comments back that I have made videos on taking pity on them and how I know they can't change and how it is a sad situation and how it wasn't their fault because it was from childhood. I've made videos on those things. I don't think those bear repeating. You know what I mean? Like, you'll find a lot on love bombing in my videos. You'll find many on love bombing, many on devalue, many on a lot of different topics, but maybe a different twist. I don't want to repeat. I don't think it needs to be a lesson to be driven home. I've mentioned it in videos that I have pity for them and I'm sad for them and all of that. I have. And I've made videos on that. But I do get into an angry space also. And that needs to be understood, because what they do to us is anger inducing. When they are imparting upon us abusive behavior, there's that word abusive again, I'm not feeling at the moment that it's being done to me, oh, just take it like a punching bag. They've had a hard time. They can't help it. And no, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm getting angry, or I'm in the middle of being hurt, or any one of the phases that we all get into. And the reason I get angry, no, they can't help it. Yes, something happened in their childhood, either trauma or an idealized childhood. Sure, okay, fine. Those things are all true. No, they cannot change. We definitely know that. And I've certainly made many, many videos on how they can't change and they don't want to change. But I'm sorry. I think that certain things are wrong. I don't care if you don't understand your disorder. I don't care if they don't know they have narcissistic personality disorder. I don't care that they can't change. If you don't know that to take someone's reputation and trash it behind their back is a bad thing, then you need more help than I even think. Like, in other words, you might not know you have a disorder. You might be driven to devalue someone. You might be driven by that disorder and that need to devalue to make yourself feel better, that you're going to smear them behind their back is the example I'm using, right? You take someone's reputation, you're going to trash it. You're going to destroy that person. Yes, I understand the disorder will let them justify it, will make them think they are entitled to it, and therefore they can't see that it's wrong. But the act of talking behind someone's back is wrong, period. So to me, if you are an adult who's grown up on earth and you have, we all have access to all kinds of things now. If you don't know bullying is wrong by now, I don't care what happened to you in your childhood. I'm sorry, I don't. If you don't know by adulthood, hi sweetheart, that having a wife telling her I love you and wear this, this, and this, and then going off and cheating on her, you don't know that that's incorrect? I understand they can't change. I understand they are incapable of understanding. I understand they feel entitled, and I am sad for what happened to them in their childhood. But there are certain downright activities that, whether it's a partner or a peripheral narcissist, I mean somebody that's in your circle but not your partner, and I talk to both on this channel. I think you can tell which one I'm talking to depending on what I'm mentioning. But I think if you are a business partner who's a narcissist and you flat out take credit for someone's idea, that's a good narcissist move. You don't think that they know that that's wrong? Well, I'm entitled and I worked hard too. And no. There are certain tenets in life: kindness, consideration, thoughtfulness, respect. You know what I mean? There's certain things. So a narcissist doesn't get a free pass to not have any of those things because of what happened to them in their childhood, and they can't help it. I know they're incapable of change, but they could stay home and keep their bad behavior to themselves. Yeah, I know narcissists can't stay home. They can't be alone. They need action. They need drama. They need chaos. I know. What's the answer? I don't know, but I can't stop being angry at them for what they do. And I don't mean to make it sound like I'm attacking. It might have been that during those few videos, my headspace was thinking about that and I got fervent and angry and all of that. Sure, it happens. Just like when you're in it, you go through times of sadness, and then you go through times of anger, and then you go through times of just nothingness, and you feel empty and you're not even reacting anymore, and there's waves. Same thing happens to me when I'm writing these things out. And when I start to think about the different things they do, which I don't even need to, I listed a couple: cheating and smearing. Think of the things they do. I think that it is cruel and unforgivable to look at somebody when they're asking you, did you cheat? You know that you did, and you think you're justified in telling that person they're crazy for asking you? You think that you're justified to making that person think they're absolutely insane for even having that thought when you're doing it? You just did it last night? You cheated? And now they're saying, I know where you were. I smelled something on your shirt. Are you out of your mind? I went to a perfume store and tried something on. I was going to buy it for you. You're crazy to think that. Do you think that's not mean? I think that's pretty mean. And I don't, at those moments when they're misbehaving like that, no, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel I'm attacking. I am trying to educate and bring it to the forefront. And sometimes the message might be hard like that, Terry. And I do apologize if you were offended or disturbed. That is never my intention. I like to provoke thought, so I appreciated our conversations under videos 537 and 538. But I wanted to make sure I addressed it today because I get it. I get that it is very hard for some people to hear the negative over and over again about the narcissist. And I don't know Terry's situation. I don't. But I will take another example. I know a woman whose daughter is a full-blown narcissist. I don't speak to the woman with the language of the disorder, but I speak to the woman about the daughter's behavior and reasons I think that it might, we get into conversations, whatever. I'm telling you right now, you think that mother likes to hear that the daughter is broken? Do you think that mother likes to hear that the daughter has no chance of ever having empathy? Which I don't put it like that, but do you think that that mother likes to hear that something in the childhood of that person good or bad, maybe led them here, created this, added to something they were already born with. A parent doesn't want to hear it. And I don't know who Terry has in mind, but it might be an ex that she's close to. My ex-husband's doesn't have this disorder, but like I'm very close to him. So if somebody wanted to say something mean about him, I would take offense and I would stick up for him. So that could be Terry's situation. It could be that there's a child. It could be a sister or brother they have that they're worried about being mean. I don't know. It could be any relation, but if you still love the person, you don't want anything negative said about them. And I get that. I really, really do. I really do. But I can't help that aspect of it. I can't change the truth about a narcissist with this disorder. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot change the truth that the behavior they impart upon others is hurtful and harmful and needs to be brought to the forefront again and again and again. Like the last video I'm talking about red flags, I want you guys to see it, smell it, know it immediately. So you don't get into this again, so you don't have hurt feelings. I get angry because I feel like it's bullying. A lot of what the narcissist does is bullying. I think smearing behind somebody's back is bullying. I think cheating and gaslighting and it's all bullying. It's poking at the person to make them feel bad, which incidentally is their goal and the topic of the next video. That's their goal. And I think that's pretty cruel. And if you are an adult with the disorder or not, if you are trying to bring harm on purpose to another person, you have an issue that you need to get checked out. That's not a normal course of behavior. I don't go around trying to bring harm to somebody else and then chuckle if I got it right. Oh yeah, I did it. Look upset. Look how upset they are. Look how upset she is. Look at Renee. She's all upset. I'm telling you. And I think regardless of what happened to them, they have to know certain actions on earth are not acceptable. Oprah's been off the air for a decade, I think. But she was on for 25 years. We've had Merv Griffin. We've had Michael Douglas. We've had Sally Jesse Raphael. We've had every talk show on earth teaching us about this kind of stuff for decades and decades. All you have to do is be awake and listen in once, and you know your behavior is wrong. Cheating is a basic one. Smearing. I just have to use two. Let's not even get into the other ones, because they might be able to talk themselves into. That's not gaslighting. She is crazy. Is she? Because you did this last night. Yeah, but why would she know that? That's not right. She doesn't trust me. They'll talk themselves into that. But cheating and smearing, just two black and whites. Horrible things to do to somebody, whether you have a disorder or not. And you're not going to tell me they don't know it. So yeah, they deserve to be attacked sometimes. And they deserve the anger sometimes. They get my pity and sadness. And I've made videos documenting, I think I called it a taboo. Way in the beginning, I think I called it a taboo topic of feeling bad for the narcissist or something like that. And I've made under this many. Because I don't think it bears repeating. I think the warning signs bear repeating. I think the education bears repeating. But I don't think it bears repeating that I need to feel bad for them. I've stated my position. It is a sad situation to think of a child in a vulnerable position or being idealized, and then it grew into this. But you're not going to tell me they don't know right from wrong. I'm sorry. You are not responsible for what happens to you as a child, but you darn well are sure as heck responsible for how you behave as an adult. And there are narcissists that learn to behave. I've seen videos on it. What it's like to live with one, what it's like to be married to one. I learned I was a narcissist and how I'm doing as a husband. Like these kinds of videos, I've seen them. They know. You can educate yourself. You don't have to be mean to somebody. Or you at least get yourself aware so that if your partner checks you on it, business partner, romantic partner, friend, family, you can at least say, oh, was I doing that again? That thing you told me I do, was I doing that again? You're not going to tell me a human being with a mind can't get to that point if they have an interest in being a better person. But of course, a narcissist doesn't think there's anything wrong with them, and therefore they don't even look into themselves. That alone should be a sign to themselves that something's broken. Because who doesn't get introspective with their own? I've been doing that since I was young. Like, look at yourself, take stock in yourself. Are you behaving right? Did you hurt anybody? Are you know what I mean, moving through life according to your morals and what are they? They just don't think of that ever, and they think that's normal. Anything they do is just supposed to be accepted. Refuse. I really do apologize if I offended Terry. That wasn't my intention. I promise. But I just don't know how I can push down the anger when bullying is my hot button, and that's what they are. They do turn out to be bullies. They're bullying every single person that they ensnare with all of the bad behavior they impart. And it's impossible for me not to be angry at that. I just wanted to mention this. I love that we have these conversations, and I love that there was a back and forth, and I welcome all, Terry, the expression Terry wrote. It was wonderful comments, because there's room for all of that here. There's room for opposing mindsets to enter in here, right? There was no hate. There was no trouble. It was an expression of, I just see this in you right now, Renee. You seem to be attacking more than helping right now, right? Because one of them was on the therapy, and I went off on that. Like, how can they not think there's something wrong with them? They have to. At some point, they have to know. If you're just alive in the world and you see friends of yours still married, they have relationships with their children, you've got to know, and they do. They say narcissists feel out of place, usually off kilter, because they don't quite feel like they fit into any mold or anywhere. That's because there's something off about them. I just wanted to mention this. If I'm shredding the narcissist too much for your liking, I'll probably go into another mindset shortly, and then I'll start on a different avenue. It's just, I really did get into a place of being angry. A few things transpired. I heard this, I heard that. I talked to a viewer. When I say talk, I mean like in the comment. And I get angry still, because I just think, how can you not want to behave better as a human being to other human beings? I thank you so much for watching. I thank you for the comments. I really appreciate them. And I want to hear from you guys. I read them all, and I find the different perspectives helpful to everybody else. And I find this dialogue to be helpful, because one person's state of mind or the way they hear a video or think about something is going to be different than mine or yours or someone else's. I just wanted to explain where I was coming from. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.